Students, this is Chef Father biological science teacher. Today I am going to take a class for you. So 10th standard, the first chapter, nutrition, the food supplying system. I had chosen the topic human digestive system. And this is a topic today I will give a brief explanation to you and try to understand very well. Human digestive system is a so complicated, so digestive structure and their functions are so complicated to understand. And in human digestive system, so many several internal organs are together, they connected each other, and finally they are organizing one digestive system, and they are running one of the life process, nutrition. Nutrition, out of among 5 life process, nutrition is one of the life process, the life process which is run by internally linking with human digestive system. Human digestive system starts from mouth and with anus. And here, so if it comes to human digestive system, several organs are connecting each other. So mouth, it opens into pharynx. Pharynx opens into esophagus. Esophagus opens into stomach through cardiac stomach. Stomach opens into duodenum through pyloric stomach. And duodenum opens into jejunum. Jejunum opens into ileum. Ileum opens into large intestine, one of the part, cecum, and cecum opens into colon, and colon connected with rectum. Finally, rectum opens into the last part of human digestive system, anus. And this many organs are working together. And here, so if it comes to the mouth, mouth is a initial organ in human digestive system. And human digestive system function is completely running on based on 4 parts, 4 phases, and majorly 4 parts. The human digestive system function is based and running. One is ingestion. Ingestion is nothing but depositing of highly complicated food material into mouth. Second one, absorption. Second one, digestion. Digestion is nothing but complicated food materials are completely digesting. Third one, absorption. Completely digested food finally and absorbed by villi or villus and mixing into body blood. The last one is that, so ejaculation, nothing but the what is the waste material is forming in large intestine, it is ejaculated out of the human body through rectum and anus. These are the 4 phases human digestive system is working. In this one organ I can discuss with you. The first organ, mouth. Mouth is the initial organ in human digestive system. The mouth, it has completely a muscular tongue. The tongue is mostly helpful, so to show the way of movement for the food material. In the mouth we can find 2 jaws. One is called upper jaw, second one lower jaw. Upper jaw is fixed, lower jaw is having the movements. So second one, upper jaw, lower jaw, they are designed with a bones to design a special teeth. So completely we can find in oral or buccal cavity totally 32 teeth, 16 pair of teeth. 16 teeth we can find upper jaw, 16 teeth we can find lower jaw. And these are the total 32 teeth are divided into 4 types. The first type is called incisor, second type canine, third type premolar, fourth type molar. The human dental formula 2 by 2, 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3. And here 4 type of human teeth, incisor, and what is their function? Mostly incisor we can use to cut the food material. And what are the very complicated, long, lengthy, so high and very big size food material in incision process we are depositing into the mouth, and that food materials are cutting into small pieces by incisor. The second type is called canine. Canine mostly we can use to pierce the food material. Children, whenever we can eat the non-veg, the flesh, animal flesh we can eat as a food, the chicken, mutton, and at that time the side, jaw side, so there are maybe canine teeth. So whenever the largest flesh we want to pierce into the pieces, at that time we can use canine. Next, premolar, molar, mostly we are using under the upper lower jaw for masticating or grinding the food material. So when maybe these are the four type of teeth are working to grind or masticate the food, and here and below the lower jaw in pharynx, there we can find two pair of salivary gland. Another one pair of salivary gland we can able to find below the human ear. And here maybe, so below the pharynx, so here two pair of salivary glands we can find. Below the ear we can find one pair of salivary gland. Totally we can able to find in human body three pair of salivary glands. And the parotid gland, it is one pair of salivary gland. It is present below the human ear. And next one, submandibular gland, sublingual gland, two pair of salivary glands we can find below the pharynx. These are the three pair of salivary glands. Continuously they are releasing non-stoply 24 hours. They are releasing saliva. Saliva is a liquid. It contains exocrine gland releasing enzyme. And which is the enzyme? It is a chemical released by exocrine gland and helping to digest the food material. The most function of the enzyme is that and changing the complicated food into simple food. Saliva has exocrine enzyme ptyalin. Ptyalin mostly working on carbohydrates and changing into simple food. But here maybe the carbohydrates are partially digesting in oral buccal cavity. The carbohydrates are not completely digesting in stomach. Carbohydrates are completely digesting in small intestine. And here maybe when the saliva is mixing with food, the four type of teeth are masticating, chewing and grinding. The total food is partially digesting. Partially digested food mixed with saliva is called bolus. The bolus is reaching finally pharynx, and pharynx is here we can able to find junction. In pharynx, we found junction. It is a way for respiratory system and digestive system. And there we can able to find especially one of the tongue muscular parts. So it is a maybe second tongue of the human we called, and it is called trophic polis of human digestive system, and due to their movement the food directly entered from pharynx to esophagus. Esophagus is a long tube and it is a length of the 1 meter. Esophagus is a complete 1 meter lengthy tube and started from pharynx and end on above the stomach. Esophagus, internally esophagus there is one of the muscle is designed. It is called peristaltic muscle. The peristaltic muscle, it is like a wave-like muscle. The how maybe ocean waves are forming, and the same structure we can able to find peristaltic muscle in human esophagus. And due to that, esophagus peristaltic muscles movement, it is called peristaltic muscle movement. The bolus food slowly slipping to end of the esophagus, finally reaching the stomach. And here maybe in esophagus not only peristaltic muscles helping, with along that a special glands are present. The glands are releasing a jelly sticky liquid. It is called mucus. The gland's name is called mucus gland. The mucus gland releasing mucus is helping peristaltic muscles and for easy passage and movement of bolus from esophagus to stomach. Finally, the bolus is reaching above the stomach, cardiac stomach. Cardiac stomach is a special, a door-like structure, a valve-like structure. It is a valve and door-like structure present above the stomach. It is a cardiac stomach. It is the initial part of the stomach. When this cardiac stomach opens, only some quantity of partially digested food will enter into the stomach. Later immediately cardiac stomach will be closed. So when food is entered inside the stomach, there we can find, so complete stomach is nothing but a sac or bag-like structure. There we can able to find number of strong muscles and number of especially maybe in stomach especially number of glands are present. So the glands are maybe digestive glands we can able to call. These are the all digestive glands are ready to release a continuously a different type of enzymes. With along that the stomach walls, they are releasing hydrochloric acid. So in 24 hours a human can able to release 1 liter of hydrochloric acid. So when partially digested food bolus is entered the stomach, so hydrochloric acid it is mixing with the bolus and ready to killing bacteria, virus, if any microorganisms are present in the food, the hydrochloric acid can kill that food material. Sometimes regularly, and what is habituated of us, the timings we are eating the food material sometime, so early morning or maybe lunch, in a proper time, if you are unable to deposit the food in stomach when it is empty, the time hydrochloric acid is releasing. So when hydrochloric acid is released, so in stomach is empty, so the bolus is not available, so we were not taken food in a proper timing, that time the hydrochloric acid can touches the stomach wall, there we can feel a burning feeling in our stomach, and it is happening due to so lack of insufficient food in a proper time, we are unable to deposit in our stomach. So next, so the partially digested food, it is maybe again with along that digestive glands releasing digestive enzymes are digesting the food with along that. So next maybe here the muscles, what are the muscles are present in the stomach, the muscles are, so they are also crushing the food, the total food is partially digested, so again partially digested food bolus finally changing into chyme. So the chyme is reaching end of the stomach, their end of the stomach, again we can find here wall like structure, it is called pyloric stomach. When pyloric stomach opens, there we can find small intestine. The small intestine, it has three parts. First part of the small intestine, duodenum. Second part of the small intestine, jejunum. Third part of the small intestine, ileum. These three parts are combinedly, we use the word to call small intestine. First part, duodenum. When pyloric stomach opens, small quantity of completely digested food chyme, it can enter into the duodenum. Duodenum, this is I am showing here, I pointed on blackboard, and this is a duodenum is look like as a English language U letter, the tube is, and finally the tube enter into the so center of the large intestine, and later it is maybe converted into jejunum and ileum. So here maybe on above the duodenum we can able to find one of the special organ, it is a largest internal organ and it is the largest exocrine gland, the name is called liver. Liver has another name. Liver is a chemical factory of human body. Liver is releasing so many different type of powerful chemicals. Liver is not releasing any enzyme. Liver is releasing especially bile. Liver is so famous in releasing of bile. They are called bile pigments. Bilirubin, biliverdin we call. Mostly the liver releasing bile, the bile pigment bilirubin, biliverdin, it is using to so digest or maybe oxidize maybe fats, and the process is called emulsification. Complicated fat food materials changing into simple fat globules in the presence of liver releasing bilirubin, biliverdin, bile pigment. That process is called emulsification. And but here liver it is releasing, or whenever it is releasing the bile directly, the liver is releasing low concentrated bile. The low concentrated bile below the liver, there we can find a small bag, it is called gallbladder. The liver releases it low concentrated, low amount of bile, it is preserved in gallbladder for several times, and there maybe the bile is became as a high concentrated until it is preserved, later high concentrated bile is directly releasing into the first part of small intestine, duodenum, and liver it is managing 500 different type of tasks. So mostly liver will be damaged in human body either as a young man or old person due to the several reasons. The first reason, hepatitis disease. Second reason, drinking of alcohol can damage the liver. Third reason, heavily smoking. These are the three major reasons can damage the liver. Once liver is damaged, the person will be dead. So if we face any liver related problem, we need to meet immediately the doctor. He is called gastroenterologist to the doctor. A special doctor is available, so he will be treat the liver related all problems. Next, if we come to here, so maybe completely digested food finally enter into the first part of the small intestine, duodenum, and that is a chyme. The chyme will finally reaches the jejunum, and jejunum to the chyme will, whenever it is reaches, especially ileum. We can find here jejunum and ileum. These are the second and third part of the small intestine. So this is a small intestine tube. In the center of the large intestine, it is folded number of times. In this folding, we can find human thumb finger shaped a special structure inside jejunum ileum. We can find it is a name called maybe villi or villus. Villi or villus, a special tube-like structure. So where maybe so jejunum and ileum is extended like human thumb finger-like structure. And in this ileum we can able to find blood vessels like artery, vein, nerves, spleen, and continuous flow of the blood. And which is maybe completely digested kind, it is started to travel or passage from stomach to duodenum through pyloric stomach, and duodenum to jejunum, jejunum to ileum. In jejunum ileum present, so that villus, it is absorbing completely digested food, and when villus is absorbed and that chyme, finally it is mixing in the body blood, and which is the inside the blood, it is completely dissolved. The completely digested food chyme is completely dissolving in blood, so that blood can carry the chyme to the heart. Heart can distribute with along the oxygen, with along the completely dissolved chyme, dissolved blood, so directly to every body cell. So finally all body cells are receiving through the blood. The blood is carrying completely digested food chyme to each and every body cell, and finally every body cell is receiving the oxygen. In the presence of oxygen inside the cell, the completely digested food chyme is oxidizing, and there may be, so where their oxidation processes happen, water is releasing, carbon dioxide is releasing, energy is releasing. The releasing energy we can able to call glucose, or we can, in biology terminology, we can call that energy is ATP, adenosine triphosphate. And that energy in our body, every body cell, it is preserving in the form of in maybe mitochondria, one of the cell organelle. So that mitochondria is called as powerhouse of the cell. Next, if you go for, so there may be, so ileum, it is connected with large intestine, and large intestine, it has only two parts. One is called cecum, second one part is called colon. And maybe which is completely digested food chyme in jejunum ileum, it is absorbed, or maybe uncompletely digested food, nothing but waste material, useless material, and in that material toxic materials are available, and maybe unwanted maybe food materials are present, useless chemicals, useless nutrition materials are present, chemicals are present, maybe additional amount of water is available, that is a waste material, finally reaching the maybe ileum. Ileum can supply the cecum, cecum can supply to ascending colon can supply to transverse colon can supply to descending colon can supply sigmoid colon. And like maybe the colon has four different parts. One is ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon. So in cecum, and these are the four type of colons in large intestine, still in that waste material. So any more water is available, minerals, chemicals, ions are available if our body is required. Mostly the large intestine again reabsorbing and requirable materials after reabsorbed, again it is rejoining in human body blood, and this is one of the processes we can able to see. So later the last two parts remain in human digestive system. They are the last two parts of large intestine. One is called rectum, second one is called anus. Rectum is nothing but, and the rectum is a maybe initial part of the anus. Rectum, it is maybe there one of the a circular maybe valve is present, and this is the rectum is completely under control of central nervous system. It is called maybe central nervous system. It is under control of cerebrum. So maybe according to the brain order, so maybe rectum is working like a voluntary actions, it is showing there. So when maybe if we feel the rectum wall will be open, the waste material is reaching the anus too, so they are ejaculated out of the human body. And maybe this is we can able to discuss about the human body. So this is a maybe complete complicated process, but in human body, so in human digestive system, so sometimes, so we are following the, in maybe in esophagus, if you see peristaltic movement, I said sometimes these are the peristaltic movements will become reverse. They are called reverse peristaltic movements. It is called peristaltic movements are propulsion, the word terminology we use, and reverse peristaltic movements retropulsion. And due to the propulsion, we are eating food materials are reaching the stomach, digesting, and supply into the body cell. And but so what is the food we eat in after reaching the esophagus, and due to the retropulsion the food materials are as a reverse me, so it is sending out of the maybe sending reverse to the same passageway, esophagus to pharynx, pharynx to oral or buccal cavity, oral buccal cavity to outside of the human body. It is called vomiting. So maybe sometimes